In this video, I show you guys my struggle of fitting this AIT Widebody kit on this GC Impreza. What's up guys, and welcome to today's video. I know you guys are probably like, who the hell is this guy popping up on my feed? I know it's been a while. It's been like over 3 months, which is a long time. I haven't been doing anything to my cars in this time. I have still been collecting parts and tools and everything to work on the cars, but I haven't been able to actually wrench on them. I haven't had any time. That's why I haven't been posting anything either. My life got super busy, super quick. I felt like I didn't have any time to do anything for myself really, but starting this week, I finally feel like I can breathe a little bit, not a whole lot, but I think I can get some stuff done. So we're gonna jump straight into it like we never stopped. But before we get into today's video, I just wanted to say thank you to all of you guys that are tuning into another video. I know it's been a while, and welcome to all the new people. If you can do me a favor, get down there and hit subscribe and hit the little bell icon so you don't miss out on any future videos, because we got a ton of exciting stuff coming up. So I think it's safe to say that this is kind of like my comeback, I guess. And I was like, what can I do that's exciting as like my first video? I figured the most exciting thing I have going on for the Subaru is the wide body. So we're gonna get straight into that. So a little background, I got this AIT wide body kit like 7 or 8 months ago. It's been a while. It's been taking up a ton of space here in the garage. So I really need to put it on the car so I can free up some space. I know they don't fit the best, and we're not going for like show car fitment anyways. The coupe is gonna be a thrasher, so that's why I went with this kit. It was pretty cheap. And the rear over fenders, I'm just gonna well nut them in. That way, if I get into a wreck or if anything happens, I can just unbolt them off. If I have to get a new one, bolt the new one on, and we're good to go. But like I said, I don't have a whole lot of time each day. I just have a few hours in like the early to later evening. So we're gonna take this step by step. It might take us a few days. I'm gonna try to break it down into 2 videos. One video for the front, one for the rear. I think we're gonna start with the front just because I just have to take the fender off, put the new one on, and figure out what I have to do to make it fit right. The rear, I'm gonna have to do some cutting of the arches and all that. I went ahead and bought me a good old Harbor Freight special air saw to cut the rear, and I just dropped everything. But yeah, so we're gonna start with the front for this video. So let's go ahead and do some moving around of the cars. Alright guys, so here we have our wide body fenders that we will be replacing these for. Judging by the look of them, I know that they're gonna need some massaging to get them to fit sort of kind of right. But I guess first step will be to remove the actual fenders and then go on from there. So we're gonna go ahead and pop these out like that. Gotta disconnect it. Then we're ready to just unbolt everything. Alright guys, first impressions on this AIT wide body kit. It fits like complete junk. Okay, maybe not junk, like junk, but 1 to 10, I give it a solid 2. So starting right here, as you can see, this body line, horrible. I'm gonna have to, like, I don't know, shave it down maybe? I don't know. And then the door right here gets super tight right here. Then I guess opens up, but I can move this a little bit to try to close that, but definitely gonna have to like shave this down probably. And then hood, this is super wide. I think I can like push it a little bit and get it to close a little bit. This car has had the whole front end basically taken off and put back on. So I'm sure the hood, I didn't put on the hood 100% correct. So I'm sure I can like shimmy it a little bit to make it better, but the gap is just huge. On this side, however, the gap is pretty good. It narrows in a lot here, but so did the stock one. That's why I'm saying that maybe the hood needs to be moved a little bit. So I can move it and probably get this corner right here to match up with that. But this side right here is just horrible. But this one definitely fits a lot better. This gap right here isn't as bad. I think I can work with that. I need to shave these a little bit more so that this trim will be pushed in a little bit. Door is pretty good. Like I can open the door, close it. It's pretty good. So this side I'm not too concerned about, but that driver's side, it needs a lot of work. Moving on under the hood, I don't know why they made these to where they kind of like come up at an angle. So as you can see, there's a big gap right here. So it's not sitting flush. It's supposed to be straight like a 90, but instead it's coming up. So same thing on this side. I'm gonna start sanding some stuff down to see how good I can make it fit and look, I guess. So I'll be back once I have those little corners sanded to see if maybe I can push it in a little bit more, and we'll go from there. All right guys, not gonna lie, it's been almost a full week, but we did do some progress. We got the driver's side completely mounted. Everything is good to go. As you can see right there, the body line looks a lot better. The only thing I need to do is sand this down just a little bit once I go and actually paint the car. The line right here looks good. I did leave it a little thinner here and here just because I didn't want to have such a huge gap, but the door opens and closes, and trust me, this is the size the gap needs to be, because when I open the door, see how close it gets right there? So I got it to where I shaved down the least amount that I could to get by, and this is what I came up with. The only thing I still need to figure out is how to mount the corner light, because it's not going in all the way and I don't like how it's sitting. So we'll figure that out. And then the bumper, as you can see, there's a giant like lip right here. The bumper needs to be out like all the way out here, but it's not. It's like all the way in there. So what I'm gonna end up doing later on is moving this little stud out. I think I'm gonna have to make a new bumper bracket so I can extend this to come farther out, and that'll fix the issue. That should be easy. If I don't make another bracket, then I'll just make like a spacer for it to push it out. That'll be even easier. So we'll see what we end up doing. But yeah, I got the side marker on. Everything, like I said, it's good to go. All the bolts are on there. This thing is completely mounted up. Got all of them there, all of them in here, the one here, and then the one on the bottom. So I don't know if on a real RS, if the side skirt go bolted up to the fender, but there's definitely a hole there. I'd have to check on the blue car, not entirely sure, but I remember doing it on the metal fenders it had. So I can't put a rib nut into these. I think what I'll end up doing is probably drilling a hole, putting a well nut in there. That way I can mount it up, but everything is mounted, so nothing is gonna fall off. If there's a spot for an extra bolt, I might as well use it. So we'll make that work. Again, this is all gonna happen later on. We still need to fit the passenger fender, and that's gonna take a while. So we got the fender right here. We need to start by, I guess, shaving this down a good amount so it can fit nicely under the trim that comes down. And then we can cut the hole for the side marker, and we'll leave the shaving for once we throw it on the car. I did go ahead and open this hole up for the corner light socket to come out. That should be good to go. So let's get to trimming. So in order to cut the hole, I have this little template right here that I'll put right in there. I'll know what to cut, and it should come out like this one, to where it has zero play whatsoever. Like, that thing is on there, it's not coming out, unless obviously I have to pry on it and then I can get it to come out. But other than that, not coming out. So guys, this is where I started questioning myself. In order to get this little template, I cut out a piece of cardboard and I put it on a fender right behind it, and I thought I'm gonna spray paint it and then it'll leave the exact mark I want. So that's exactly what I did. I put a big piece of cardboard right behind it to where it's flat with this on the back, because there's like a step here, so I was able to get something super flat right there. As soon as I laid the first coat and I got this bumper painted up, this bumper is trashed anyways, like it's completely bent, so I don't care about it. It's gonna get scrapped anyways. But I spray painted it, and then I was like, I'm really dumb. I literally could have just outlined it with a Sharpie right in here and I would have gotten the same results. So I felt super stupid, but at least I came to my senses. I did it in Sharpie, and then it was too thick, so I had to like cut it in half, but this thing works. So now all I have to do is find out if it goes this way or this way. I'm not entirely sure, but I'll figure it out. And then after that, I just drill a couple of holes in the corners, and then I do like 2 to 3 big holes with this bit right here, and then I just cut out the whole outline with a jigsaw. Easy work. So I'm gonna go ahead and put you guys on a tripod and show you guys how I get this done and this done right here. Then we should be able to mock it up on the car and basically line it up to where we know where to drill the holes for the bolts, and then we'll be ready for the final step, which is shaving this down to get the perfect gap so that the door can open and close, and it should be good. Alright guys, well here is the final product. Well, not final product, this is the product before the final product. So I got both sides completely on. They are bolted up everywhere. I forgot to plug in the corner or the side marker right there, but I can just go ahead and do that real quick. There's two things I still need to fix, one small, one big. Small thing would be, you see how this corner light and the headlight go perfectly? On this side, it doesn't match up with the fender right here, but all I have to do is move the headlight up more, so I have to open new holes on the fender itself so I can angle it up more, so this will get angled up more, so it'll fill this gap, and then it'll open this gap to fill this a little bit more. And then the bigger issue, which is not, none of these issues are obviously part of the kit. It's not a problem with the kit. The headlight issue, I got one side good. This side, I just didn't raise it up enough. I can easily fix that. It'll take me like 10 minutes. I'm just not trying to do it right now. But the second issue is the hood does not line up, and that is the problem with the hood. It didn't line up before with the OEM fenders, so obviously it's not gonna line up with this. But as you can see, the gap right there, it starts coming down and getting thinner and thinner and thinner and thinner. And then right here is just one big gap. That gap, I think I can close it a little more, but over here, look, if you see here, this perfectly leveled. Right here, the hood is a good amount. It's like a 1/4 of an inch lower than the fender. I'm pretty sure the hinges that I got on this hood came off of a crashed car, so they might be bent. That's what I'm hoping. So I'm gonna see if I can find some sort of GC at a junkyard and take the hinges off that's not crashed. I'm hoping that fixes the issue, but either way, I'm gonna fix it. I just need time. But other than that, this thing looks freaking awesome. Like, I love the wide look of it. That's just so aggressive. The wheels used to poke so much, and now it's like, let's see, it'll be pretty flush. I think I'm gonna be able to get away with just running some thin spacers on the wheels to get like the flush fitment. But other than that, I mean, I'm liking it. Initial fitment, like I told you guys, I didn't like it at all. But with a little bit of massaging, you can make this kit look pretty decent. So on the next video, I should hopefully get started on the rear, because this box in this room is taking up so much freaking space. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and pull them out, because I'm gonna get started on it next week anyways. So I'm gonna pull it out and see what I do with this giant piece of cardboard. And then these are obviously gonna get scrapped because they are completely messed up. So yeah, that's gonna do it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing me struggle doing the wide body on this, but it's all coming together. It's looking very nice. I can't wait to get the rear done soon. So stay tuned for that, but that's gonna be it for this one. So as always, make sure you smash that like button and get down there, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one. As always, keep finding new limits and stay on the gas.